Hey guys, what's up? This is Adeboye Thompson from Lagos, Nigeria. I am really excited. I have got React Native installed, and that means we're about to start building this application from scratch for iOS and Android devices. This is what the interface looks like right now. I think we might, in fact, scrap this, and I'm planning on giving users the option of building their own themes. So I would do videos showing how I'm building it. That way you can get an idea of how to customize your own themes yourself and make them available to others to share and use with you along. So part of the changes I'll be making, I'll be ditching this top menu completely, and I would have instead a hamburger menu here. And once you click on the hamburger menu, it will just give like a drop down menu, and you'd be able to select which sample set you want. Now this is just basically a software for selecting stops using the touch screen interface on your mobile phone or your tablet device. Lots of people can't afford to buy innovation launch pads or touchscreen monitors or even physical stops. So this sort of program is like with your phone or your tablet, you can just control the device. You can just control Apptwork or Grandog. I think I've done a video showing how to do that. So right now I just want to build the application. Now this is what the application looks like, or this is what it would look like in mobile view if I run it currently now. This is what it will look like on my mobile phone. So we're obviously going to build something better together, so just follow along. Alright, so next thing, first, if you want to follow along and you want to code with me, then you're going to need to install Node.js. But if you are not interested in writing any code and you just want to follow along and test the application, again, the application is going to be hosted on the Expo website. Expo is an applications company. They provide like the CLI that makes it easy to work with React Native, and Expo CLI has a website, and while the application is in production, you can go there and just scan a QR code with your mobile device and test the application from your device. That way you can give feedbacks and make contributions on things you want to see improved about the application. So just download Node. I already have it installed on my system, so I'm not going to bother to download it again. I'm just going to open up Git Bash, which is what I use for my terminal work. You can use what's it called? Command prompt, or what's the other one by Windows called PowerShell. So if that works for you, so first thing I'm going to do is type node and -- version to see if I have Node installed, and it shows that I do have Node version 18 installed. And then next I'm going to check for npm. npm is a package manager, and it comes bundled with Node. So you see how I use npm very soon as I run things. So you can see it shows that I have npm installed also. So next thing I'm going to do is run the directory structure for my root directory, and it shows I have a documents folder, so that's actually where I'm going. So I'll just do cd documents. Sorry, I'm typing with one hand, so cd space documents. So now I can do ls again, and this time I'm trying to go into my apps directory, so I just do cd space apps. Sorry, like a Linux terminal is very case sensitive. Windows terminals are not case sensitive. So if you're using PowerShell or what's the other one? Command prompt, you wouldn't have to worry about case sensitivity. So now I've made the directory. I've seeded into my apps directory. So we're now going to make a directory for the application. So I'll just say mkdir space, what do I want to call it? Midi stop select, and this would make the directory inside my applications folder. And in order to go inside the folder, just type cd space midi stop and select. Sorry, my typing is really slow. I'm typing with one hand, so I'm using my other hand to hold my microphone. So first thing we want to do is, using the node package manager, that's npm, we're just going to run npm install -- global, and we want to install Expo globally. Expo is the application or the framework that allows me to be able to run my React Native application directly on my mobile device. So let's do that real quick. So npm install -- global, and this will allow the package to be installed all over my system. -- global export. And let's give that a minute to install. I don't know, maybe in production of this video, if I need to fast forward through some of these sections, I'll do just that to save you guys the bore of just watching this stuff install for like 3 minutes or thereabouts. So just follow on. Alright guys, so Expo CLI, that's command line interface, is already installed on my system. It gave an error that UID, that's the package for generating unique IDs, that the version is not up to date. I've updated it. Maybe I need to restart my system or something. But if you do need to update yours, just type npm and install UUID at 7.0.3, and this should get you installed with UUID up and running. So right now I am not I'm in the correct folder, so I can just go ahead and create an Expo app or a React Native app in this folder directly. That's the MIDI stop select. So I'll just run npx create expo, and it will create the expo app in this particular folder. Now this might be another place where I might need to like speed things up, but again I'll show that. So right now it's asking me for my app name. I would go and say MIDI select. I don't know, it's always kind of funny with cases, so I guess I'll just go with small cases. Okay, so it did name it correctly, MIDI select. Alright, so it's now creating this particular expo app for me. Alright guys, so it's finished installing our application, and it created a new directory for me called MIDI select. I don't know, maybe we're reactive just installing the same directory. So I'd go ahead to Visual Studio Code. Again, you can download Visual Studio Code whenever you want. It's very easy. Just go online and search for VS Code. And Visual Studio Code, go to download, and you can download and install VS Code on your system. So I just go to File, Open Folder, and I'd go to my documents, I'd go to Apps, and I'll go to MIDI stop select and MIDI select, and it's already created the node modules folders and my assets folder. So I open it up. So now I have my application opened. I'll just do some real quick house cleaning real quick. So I'll show, when I talk about house cleaning, I'm not talking about cleaning my place. I mean like showing you guys things that you might want to install to make development easier. So like under extensions, just search for React Native, and I'll show you the extensions I use for React Native. And so I use React Native Tools. React Native Tools is by Microsoft and it's fantastic. I use this ES7 React Redux React Native snippets, which help with like very quick typing of your code out and things like that. React Native snippets too is another good one. You're also going to find that very, very useful, but I think I'm okay with just this ES7 React Redux React Native snippet. That works perfectly for me. Also, you might want to install npm scripts. Is it called npm scripts? Okay, so npm scripts run, I guess. Okay, no, npm. So just this one, I guess, and it's also supported by Microsoft. People always have this opinion that building with web technologies is like building stuff that is like low quality or not as strong and things like that. That's completely crap. I mean, I can code with C and C++ very well, and I can't even afford a graphic program like what's it called? They used it in building Upwork. Qt, yeah, I can't afford that because you have to pay for it. So I just code directly a graphic user interface using the Windows 32 API, which is readily available. Microsoft provides like a complete documentation on how to use the Windows 32 API with C++ or C to develop a user interface and build the same sort of functions or classes you develop with JavaScripts and languages like that. Facebook, the application was built using React Native. That's what I'm using, and React Native is operated by Facebook and run by Facebook. And Skype too, I understand too, that's by Microsoft, was built using React Native too. So really, really good stuff here. I like it. So I'm just going to close my extensions tab now. I just wanted to show you that this is the package.json file, and it just shows my start script, the Android script, that's to run it in Android, the iOS to run the iOS version, and to run the web version. I could just open my terminal by pressing Control and tilde, and it will. Usually, since I'm on Windows, it likes to open me up in PowerShell, but I usually prefer Git Bash, and I'll just take Git Bash instead. So Git Bash is the version that looks more like what you'd see in Linux and Apple computers. I don't know, like I'm definitely going to build an iOS version for this app also, so you can follow on. I'll just need a Mac computer to do that, but it's not that hard at all. So now that we have this opened, I could just run npm start or npm run start, and it will run this start script. But the npm scripts I told you to install here as this start, so I can just press this button and it will start running the Expo CLI for me. So it's starting the Metro bundler. This is actually what Expo uses to, what's it called? It uses to serve out the application. You see what I'm talking about in a minute. Now, if you want to do this, this is actually where people who want to use and test out the application and give out suggestions, this is where they would actually start working. If you don't plan on coding along, you just want to test the application and give your suggestions, this is where you actually want to follow the application from. So I'm trying to start the recorder on my mobile device so I can show what you need to do to get cracking on the mobile devices also. So I'll start my screen recorder. That's already started. So first thing you want to do is install this app. It's called Expo Go. but I'm not going to install it. I'm going to show how to install it first. So what you want to do is come to Play Store, and I guess you can just search here for Expo Go. I already have it installed, and I can just press open from here. Now you notice on my computer screen, when I did run the start script, it did show this QR code with the Metro bundle, and now you can see on my screen Expo Go is telling me to scan a QR code. So I'll go ahead and just scan this QR code to my phone now, and it's immediately loading up the React Native app on my mobile device, just the way it would appear on iOS or Android. I'm going to be building everything from scratch, so people interested can just follow along with my build from scratch for everything. So just a minute, let's give this a minute for the thing to completely build up. Sorry, I'm having to use a handheld mic, so I'm holding that. I guess next time I'll find like a hook-on mic or something, I don't know. And then I also reduce the volume of the microphone, but I'll find a way to enhance the audio quality, maybe using AI or something. I just don't want to sound like I'm shouting. So sorry, just a minute. My phone is a little bit slow, and maybe the network also has something to do with it. But the Metro bundler is running up now, and I'll share just how easy it is for me to build an application with this. But again, sorry, like I said, from here, people who want to use the Metro app will be able to follow. So basically, I'll just share a link with you. You go to the Metro website, and you see this same type of QR code on the Metro website under my application. Once you scan that QR code the way I did, scan this app, it will immediately start to run the application natively on your mobile device too, just like it is running now on my device. So like, I want you to see something real quick. This is the app.json file, and this is where the file actually gets started. So I can come here and just say Expo, or just say React Native stop app. And I would save. And I don't know if you notice, even before I hit the save button, it's already like styling everything. I can easily come down here and just say background. So background, sorry, it's just automatically refreshing. Background color, and I'll set that to, let's say, blue. I think can I use blue just like this? Let's see. Yes, I can. So I pick up the background of blue. It's already put background of FFF here, that's white. So I just override that, and I can, this is not style sheets, this is what's it called? It's JSX. So it's like JavaScripts that I'm writing in. So I'll just put color here, and I'll put white instead. And you should change immediately. Let me save. Now, why is it not changing? Okay, so instead of putting white, I'll just put FFF. If that doesn't work, then I'll just manually reload. Okay, maybe I need to manually reload. I can just shake my mobile device, and that should bring up my developer console, so you can see it's just a matter of taking it. How do I refresh? So I just press reload, and it's going to reload the application again from scratch. And now, oh, again, it still did not put the color. I don't know why this is happening, but yeah, I should technically be able to just use color like this. I would have to check the documentation. I'll get back to you guys on that. So anyway, guys, this is just really what I wanted to show for today. And from here, we'll be able to continue, and you'll be able to watch me build this beautiful and useful application. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Adeboye from Lagos, Nigeria. Signing out. Bye-bye.